Why?
I didn't do it. You did.
Why?
I told you I'm innocent.
Because you attacked my
No, not why.
You did it.
All due respect, Phil. Go
fuck yourself.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You dumb fucking ass cuck fucking pieces of fucking shit.
I just know something bad is going to happen. Huh? Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon. So you can shit on my fucking ass.
I want to respect your time. I know that, you might have stuff going on today. And just to forewarn everyone, and just to, preface the whole conversation we're about to have. Stuttering Craig is on here today, and thank you for your time, Craig, for being on my Level 1 podcast, to have a conversation with me about last year, what happened with the events leading up to, including, and after my appearance on the Side Scrollers podcast, because they've been looking for something to get me on for years and years and years, and every single thing gets disproven or just forgotten about. This is the one I can't find a way.
Use Craig. Send him a screenshot.
I haven't found a way to do this without putting myself at risk. There's been a lot of stuff said, alright, on my side particularly for sure, and a lot of heated stuff I've said. Craig has responded on his content, and we never really sat down to have a conversation about it publicly, and I feel like this is the best way to do it, is to have a forum where we're just going to be cordial with each other, we're going to talk about it, hash it out, figure out exactly what happened, and figure out how to move forward from here. So from my perspective, you contact me out of the blue, and you say, I want you to be a guest on the show. And I'm thinking in my head, I've been watching the show, and the show has been pretty entertaining. These guests get to kind of showcase their expertise from where they come from. They talk about the topics you're talking about, so it makes them look personable, it makes them look good. And then they get to kind of talk about their brand or whatever they're working on. And for me, I actually was just launching a new channel called DSP React. And the idea was that I was going to try to use this appearance as a way to kind of launch this channel.
forever, but you don't have a business plan or a financial plan. People were really hung up about your taxes, so wanted to touch about that. How you spend your money, obviously, with WWE champions, which we can talk about that in a little bit.
So Craig, you have to understand, literally every question you just asked, I mean, just think about it. Every question you just asked is basically like personal stuff. And it's stuff that my detractors would want to know, okay? So now I'm just telling you from an outside, from your perspective, from an outsider's perspective, or even my perspective, it sounds to me like what you did for 2 weeks is you just said, hey, everyone who doesn't like Phil, contact me and talk to me. I mean, you even had a clip from It's a Gundam, one of the most infamous people who rags on me all the time, as an audio question at the end of the interview.
Gundam, yeah.
What I would like to ask you right now, and I hope that you'll be honest with me.
Sure, I will.
In your efforts to gather information about me for this interview, did you talk to anyone who actually likes me?
Well, I think I was open to talking to anybody who would, but nobody reached out that said they really liked you. And I don't mean that negatively. I mean, I said I was
no, there's a good reason for it, and I'll explain it in a second, but, go ahead.
But, so with that said, like, when you say you're going to do an interview with somebody, and you say, hey, I'm open to talking to all people, if there are people who go out of their way to like you, they didn't reach out to me, right?
Okay.
So, your theory of, like, I only collected things from detractors at the time, you know what, it may be right, But once again, it wasn't malicious. These are all things that people were curious about. And you have to admit, Phil, when you're essentially radio silent for a decade and people don't go in and they don't have an opportunity to interview you, it's important to flush those pipes out and just get it all out there, right? It goes back to the elephant in the room.
I think you can agree. Can we agree there? Can we just say that interview did give you a launching board to popularity, right? And I'm not saying that anything that came after is a result of me. I'm not. But was that not the piece of content that launched your show into prominence and people wanted to hear from the Side Scrollers?
Get a load of this guy.
I think that there's like a lot of that stemmed from the WWE Champions thing. That's where
Live on this channel, we are fully all the whole
we got the runaround
is
on it. We
absolutely
all knew it was the
official.
runaround, right? There was, we talked about
Tonight we're gonna play it together for the very first time.
That didn't happen. and that was when the internet went out and everything associated with that. And so you know, we were upset about it, right? Because we smelt the shit. And I think that there's like actually like a lot of irony when it comes to this, in that like just was yesterday, I get sent clips to you all the time, and leading up to this especially, you know, where you talked about WWE champions, and you said that, you know, you spent you know, forever lying about it, right? So with that said, like, do you think that you know, you admitted to lying about this, right? Do you think that we had a right to be upset because we felt you were lying? We knew you were lying. You admitted to lying. Do you feel that we had a right to be upset the next day?
Okay.
Now, here's the part. Up to now, all right, all this kind of makes sense, right? Because it's kind of what my detractors have always said, all right? Now I'm going to tell you the part of the story absolutely nobody fucking knows whatsoever, all right? As of today, I don't have any control or ownership of that account anymore, all right? I sold it. At the times when I was like desperate for money and shit was going down, I sold the account.
Oh, brother.
That's just a blatant lie.
It's a fucking lie!
Okay, you're upset with me, you don't believe me, you smell shit, alright? But there's a difference between saying, well, we just did this big interview, we don't believe him, versus actually, like, actively participating in memes that they have about me. Your entire cast laughed ack on the show, Craig, together. As if this was something funny to do to deride Phil. I was the guest on your show the day before for 5 hours. I was on your show and answered hard-hitting questions. You didn't have to believe the answers.
Hold on. Did you answer? Because you
Oh,
didn't.
I did? Oh, indeed I answered. You just didn't like the answers.
Phil, don't flip that on me, because you didn't. You were dishonest with us, and we smelt that.
It's still an answer. It doesn't matter if it's honesty or not. It's still an answer.
That you have over people's heads. And I wanted to kind of show you this clip.
Oh, by the way, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address.
Do you think that's okay?
It sounds like a threat, right? That's the first time I've
Sure
actually heard
does.
this clip since I said it.
Pretty sure it was a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely a threat.
That is, I mean, okay.
No, it's not. No, you didn't, you...
Motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out.
And I would have sent it to you, and you would have had it. And instead of having a Friday show where all you did was beat me up all day, you would have had the Friday show saying, the big reveal. DSP cleared the air. He said he was a liar, but here's the truth.
Oh my god, this is so cringe. It's totally cringe.
Like, I'm sorry that I didn't check my email for 23 hours. That's not how people communicate in 2023. Had you just come clean at that instance, everybody would move past this. So I do think that, like, once again, why were we upset, Phil? What's the root of all this? We felt and we knew and we smelt a lie. We smelt it, right? So, and you admitted yesterday to lying to us. So that to me stings, because you're not only lying to me, you're lying to your audience, you're lying to my audience, and you're lying to everybody else. So you should apologize to me and Adam and Travis and Blabs and everybody else who watched that show, because they were expecting the definitive DSP interview, and what they got was lies. It was not meant to be like, this was, once again, I go back to the definitive Dark Side Phil interview, and it wasn't. So I'm disappointed in that, because there's things that you're telling us now you lied about. We felt it. We knew it was happening in real time. We felt like we were getting gaslit. So naturally, yes, I felt exhausted and tired, and honestly, didn't want to deal with it, which is why in that email I said, look, man, we're just disappointed. Like I said, I want what's best for you. Right?
Craig, what you told me in that email you sent me on Friday, basically in other words says, we don't actually care what the truth is. Because I had the truth and was going to send it to you, and you ignored me.
No, it's not that I ignored you. It's because I didn't check the email. And not
That's
checking
called
the
ignoring, because you knew that was our line of communication. You asked me to send you the information I was going to, and you chose not to check it. You actively ignored the way that I could have cleared my name, and then you went on to do a show that made you tons of money defaming me on the internet. That's exactly what happened. And there's no way that you can ever clarify that, because it's in black and white. You just admitted it. You read it. You just admitted it publicly, that you didn't check the line of communication we had, that I could have cleared the whole situation.
Is this like the gotcha? Like,
There's no gotcha. There's no gotcha.
okay.
You read it. I actually wasn't going to read the
Phil,
emails.
like,
You did it.
Phil, I don't apologize for not checking my email for 23 hours. I'm an adult with a family and kids, and honestly, I was tired of it. right? The fact that I did check my email on Friday night was fascinatingly amazing that I did that, right? That's a big dub. But I'm sorry that you felt betrayed that I didn't check my email. And once again, there's a big difference between ignoring, because I didn't know the email was there in the first place. You have to know it was there to actively ignore it. I did not actively ignore your email. I didn't know it happened. So I can't ignore something that I didn't know happened.
Ray, in the interview, we ended it with, the door is open, you can send me the information.
Mm-hmm.
So, you didn't know it happened. Do you need to have a bomb go off when someone sends you the thing you directly asked for?
I don't think about you a whole lot, Phil, except for when people bring you up to me. And,
Fair enough.
And, you know, you're upset that people are, like, you know, giving super chats because, well, maybe they enjoyed what we do, right? And I'm not going to say, like, you know, some people were just excited to see that the interview was done. They were congratulating us for doing
Craig,
the interview.
they don't enjoy what you do. They enjoy that you were bullying me.
Oh my god.
That's what it was. You were doing a whole stream, monetize the haters, and you were making money off of making fun of me, which is what everyone else does too.
Phil, why was I live? Because you were talking shit about us.
So, okay, now on my stream, was I sitting there saying, hey, Craig haters?
You had an opportunity with all this. If it's a hit piece, it's your words. Your words.
I was going to send you everything you asked for.
You had a chance to talk.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. You said, with your own words, you thought it was a very fair interview, right?
Yes.
If people look back on that interview, right, and they are upset about the interview, it's because of the response that you gave. Nobody's going back and watching the monetize the hate stream, or no one's going back and watching the decompression stream. What they're watching is the DSP interview.
I mean, I'm speechless. You actually think that giving that money to a charity a year and a half later is going to somehow make you look good or something? Like, what are you talking about?
No. I hope that I could care less. What I care about is helping you move on, because you clearly are clinging onto this, right? And like I said, I'm sorry that this happened, right? But I'm not sorry for the words that you said, right? Once again, if somebody feels a certain way about you, it's based off your actions, right? I'm live 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. People see me, they know me by now, right? I've been doing this for almost 20 years. So people have a pretty good idea of me and my character. And for you to attack my character, I mean this with all due respect, Phil. Go fuck yourself.
Because you don't know.
I've gone out of my way, Phil, to treat you with respect via email the entire time. I've gone out of my way to treat you with respect and be courteous to you continuously. And I'm sorry that you're upset that I didn't check my email for 23 hours. I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry that I was pissed that you were talking shit about me, right? But I hope we can move past this. I really do. And I hope that this helps you turn the page. Will it do it? Probably not.
I don't want anything from you. Really, at this point. Like, you literally, in a situation here where we were being completely cordial, you just told me to go fuck myself.
Where? Cry, baby, cry. Where? Now give me this bottle.
Publicly,
Phil,
not on the
Phil,
stream. You realize that, right?
Why?
I didn't do it. You did.
Why? Because you attacked my
No,
character.
not why. You did it. We were being cordial. I just had an entire show with Keem last week,
Mhm.
and I have way more gripes with Keem than I have with you,
Phil,
and that never
Phil,
happened.
did you-
And that's all. I mean, really, honestly. But we're over. I'm sorry. I'll apologize for two things. I'll apologize, number one, that I did lie to you during the interview.
Which
that was
ultimately led
wrong.
to everything we're talking about.
That was wrong. And number two, I apologize to the public that I lied for so many years, but I already did that last night on my own show, so they already know about that. All right? And I'll apologize to you now because we're taking too much of your time, and I know you got to get go. All right?
So let
But
me close with this.
You close, and then I'll close, and we'll be good.
Okay.
You close first.
I want you to really think about your actions here, right? Think about this logically. Please
Mhm.
do. Why were we pissed the next day?
Mhm.
Why? I'm asking you. Why were we pissed?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like you wanted me to come clean on your show and get a really great piece of content out of it because it was going to be the definitive time when DSP admits to everything that everyone's been saying that he's been doing for so long. And when I didn't do that, you basically had a nothing burger of an interview. 5 hours of a nothing burger of an interview. But it was good for my detractors. They wanted to crap on me, so it was a good piece for them, but you didn't have anything for anyone else. So it
No,
didn't
as
give
I
you
said-
what you
as
were
I
looking
said-
for in the product. That was the problem. You were really hoping you were going to get the big confession. That's why you kept putting me on the spot about send me the screenshot, when we had never discussed that before the interview. You didn't
Okay,
get it.
so-
You got upset about it. And that's why you didn't check your email, because you couldn't get the moment anymore in the interview. You thought you had wasted 5 hours of your time. And what you said was, well, now I'm going to get him back for that tomorrow. I'll make that money in this nice destruction show that we'll do on Friday. That's actually what happened.
This guy is such a jackass. Are you a functional retard? I have to ask.
You're wrong about all that.
Okay,
right?
fair enough. But you asked me for my opinion, so there's you go.
Sure. And that also tells me where your head's at. We were mad because we were lied to. Had you not lied, none of this would have happened. If you were just clear and honest with us, like you've been with like you were yesterday, everything, none of this would have happened. We could have moved on. It would have been like, yeah, did we think it was full of shit? That's fine. And would the Friday stream have happened the way it did? Probably not, right? Would the monetize the hater stream have happened? Probably not. Because if you just were honest from the start, none of this would have happened. So you can point the finger at me all day long, but at the end of the day, Phil, what's the old saying? You still got 3 more pointing back, right? Back at you. So look, I'll take my responsibility. I hope you look within yourself and you take some responsibility in this as well, right? And that's fine. I do hope that we can eventually work together in the future in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you come on Side Scores and we do a regular show. If you don't want to deal with a politics-driven show that isn't whatever you said, right?
Right.
You were extremely nice with your words, and by nice I'm being sarcastic right now. And when you told us to go fuck ourselves and all that stuff, so I would like to give you a fair shake someday on Side Scrollers if you're open to it. Like I said, I want to make sure that you and everybody else knows that I am open to working with you in some way, shape, or form. But I hope more than anything, I hope you're honest, not just with your audience, but with yourself about the situation. I appreciate your time today, Phil. I got some dad duties I got to get done. Thank you guys very much for your time.
All right,
And,
now hold on. Before you go, let me say my piece too. All right,
Sure.
well, it'll be quick, I promise.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the end. There's no more feud between you and me. Do you agree? That's it. We're done. We can stop going at each other's throats.
Phil, I haven't had a feud with you for 18 months, man.
That's fine. Okay, whatever you say. Monetize the haters, but you don't have a feud with me. You want me to play Street Fighter with you. You don't have a feud with me. You want me back as a guest on your anniversary show because you know it's going to bring you hype and attention from my detractors, but you don't have a feud with me. Okay? But okay, fair enough. You don't have a feud, but we're agreeing to this now. It's over, right? We're done.
Yeah,
We're good.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you were asking me now, a year and a half later, will I be a guest on your show? Which was what
No,
originally was agreed to. Correct? Like, that's what you're saying. It was originally, that was the agreement. We were going to do the interview. And then after that, I was going to have the opportunity to be a regular guest on your show like everyone else had been. Correct?
Right.
That was the agreement.
And after the interview, I sent you that email saying, like, we were just disappointed, right? And the offer wasn't there anymore after the interview because we felt lied to.
Okay, so
But
now,
with that said, I hope we can move past it.
that's what I'm saying. Now that we've hashed it all out, right? We're all good. You're saying you're extending that olive branch, and you're saying that that opportunity is there again, possibly. Not a lock-in, but it's possible that I could be on your show.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not interested. Go fuck yourself. Okay. All right, guys. So that is the appearance of Stuttering Cray on the Level 1 podcast. Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? What was that? That was the messiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. What the fuck? I'm speechless.
Phil, you did it to yourself, man.
Oh, boo-hoo!
Dumb nigga. We got big tools. Big tools. Y'all got a lot of stuff. My niggas gorillas, bitch, they